2 years ago, I made my last post and quit Instagram for good. Quit it for my business, quit it personally. And that same year that I quit social media and focused solely on YouTube, something incredible happened. Revenue just kind of exploded, but not for the reason that you think. It's kind of like magic, right? Here's what nobody tells you. When you're grinding out 5 posts a week, hoping that one of them is gonna hit and land, Instagram is built like a treadmill. YouTube is built to be an asset that works for you if you do it the right way. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly why one well-built YouTube video with the right strategy can do more for your business than 100 Instagram posts ever could. And ultimately, what to do about it. How to actually put this into place. So if you want a step-by-step playbook that we have used to monetize our YouTube channel from day one and help thousands of others do the same, comment monetize below this video and we'll send you the link to access our monetize from day one playbook so you can put all of this into action from day one. Okay, so how do you build one video that's gonna do the work for you? Well, there's a very specific formula for creating a YouTube video that actually converts into paying clients. And it starts with your ideal client's search query, their habits. What are they doing on a platform like YouTube? It's not starting with your content calendar. It's not starting with you. So most people start with the content. They think, what do I want to talk about this week? That is, on a platform like this, the absolute wrong question. The right question is, what is my ideal viewer typing into YouTube right now? Because if you start there at the search, you guarantee yourself an audience before you ever hit record. So you're not wasting any of your effort. And this is the process step by step. Step one is define your ideal viewer. If you don't do this first, you are going to be so frustrated with YouTube. And this is not just a demographic. It is one person. And that one person has a very specific problem that you can solve. So what are they struggling with right now? What have they maybe already tried? What do they wish somebody would just explain clearly to them? Step two is you actually want to go into YouTube's search bar and type in that problem and watch what auto completes. Those aren't random suggestions. Those are real questions that real people are typing in at this very moment. Then you want to build your content around those questions. So step three is build your video as a mini transformation. Most people miss this, and this is where people might click on your video, but they're not going to watch it. And that's a problem. Your job in every video is to take people from point A, which is their problem, to point B. So one step closer to their solution. So they feel they got something from it. You want to start with a hook that proves you understand their problem, you get it, you relate, and then tell them exactly what they're going to walk away with by the end. Deliver the value. That's really the name of the game on a platform like this. And end with a really clear next step that they can take. So a clear, what we call to action that moves them off of YouTube and onto, let's say, an email list that you own and where you can also then nurture and own the relationships. They don't just forget about you after watching your content, which is a huge mistake so many people make. So I want to tell you exactly how I actually stumbled into this. So I wasn't sitting down one day trying to build a YouTube strategy at all. I actually kind of fell into this backwards. At the time that I started on this platform, I was completely drowning. I was a social media consultant. I had an agency. I was booked out. I was in back-to-back client calls. I was managing campaigns for these brands I was working with while also trying to grow my business, but also hitting this like constant ceiling in my business. And I genuinely didn't have time for another meeting, another phone call, or another explanation. So in March of 2015, I just answered a client question on a video because all my clients were asking me the same thing. That was it. It's a throwback, but it was about live streaming. And I had this teeny tiny audience because I wasn't using YouTube at the time. It was really family and friends. And I had a few old videos on here and random travel vlogs and demo reels and all this stuff. Just sort of like collecting dust. I didn't really think anything of it. I just was like, I'm gonna make the video. I'm gonna send it to all my clients at once so I don't have to take any more phone calls and I can get my work done. I then woke up the next day and the video had thousands of views when I had no audience. I didn't know what the heck happened. And the reason it worked wasn't production quality. I was filming on a basic webcam. It wasn't a massive audience. I had basically none outside of my friends and family. It worked because someone was searching for exactly what I answered. There was this real intent behind that search. Someone typed a specific question into YouTube and my video came up as the answer. That was the moment that I really started to understand the difference between creating content and creating a searchable asset. So I spent the next year just testing it. 1 video a week, all of them answering a specific question that my clients were already asking for. Within 2 months, I had a message from the head of social media at NATO asking me to fly to Brussels, not because I went viral, but because I was super specific over and over and over again in these videos. But I think the lesson here is that the best YouTube video isn't going to be your most polished. It's the most relevant to the people who need it, relevant to your ideal viewer's exact problem at the exact moment that they're searching for help. So you build that video and YouTube is going to keep sending the right people to it long after you've moved on to your next one. So it just continues to generate traffic and leads for your business. So before we get into more of the details around this, how to actually put it into action, if you want to take everything we're talking about today and implement it, remember to comment monetize below this video and we'll send you the exact playbook to monetize from day one to walk you through exactly how to set up your channel to generate leads from your first video. Okay, so let's keep going. So why does YouTube win at the platform level? Well, Instagram and YouTube are fundamentally different tools. I kind of said this at the beginning. They are built for very different mental states. And this is crucial to understand in how you want to grow your business. When someone opens Instagram, they are in scroll mode, right? You're planning to do this. They're not looking for you necessarily. They're not looking for an answer necessarily. They're really looking to be entertained for 8 seconds. And their attention span is not in that moment set up for long-term viewing. So when someone opens YouTube, on the contrary, they type something into the search bar, they're actively looking for help. They have a high intent. They're in a completely different headspace. So they have curiosity. They are trying to problem solve. They are committed. So that's a very different relationship with your content before you've even said one word. And here's the piece that really matters for your business. YouTube is a search engine, right? One of the largest search engines in the world. And it is owned by an even bigger search engine, right? So 3 billion plus searches happen on YouTube every single day. What does that mean for you? It means people are searching for what you know right at this very minute, and you're not showing up for them. So whether or not you're posting, your most ideal clients, the people who need your help, they're looking for answers from you, but they're finding it from somebody else. So on Instagram, your post has roughly a 48-hour window before it's buried. The algorithm moves on, the audience moves on. You have to keep feeding the machine again and again and again. On YouTube, and we've tested so many different ways of doing this, so a video you publish today will still be found by someone searching next month, next year, in 3 years, because it's indexed, it's searchable. It's discoverable through all the different facets and traffic sources on this platform. It lives there permanently. So that's the big difference between renting attention and really being able to own it. So social media just inherently puts you on a treadmill, right? And I've lived on that treadmill, right? I've tested every platform. YouTube builds an asset. And the moment that you understand that clear distinction, you stop thinking about content as something you have to keep producing, and you start thinking about it as something that you invest in once and get paid from indefinitely. And that kind of brings me to a really important point, which is what we call compound expertise. So this is really breaking down. One YouTube video is not a moment. It is that permanent asset, right? So when I talk about a video being an asset, I mean this literally. It has compounding value over time. So the longer it lives on YouTube, the more it gets indexed and the more it gets recommended and the more people find it through things like search, suggested, browse. Unlike Instagram, where every post starts from zero, a YouTube video builds momentum over time and you can continue to generate leads and clients from it over time. So here's how that works kind of practically. So YouTube's algorithm is constantly looking at your video and asking, does this match what people are searching for? And when viewers watch the whole thing, comment, click through to your offer, the algorithm reads those signals and shows it to more people. So more people watch, more signals fire, and the video continues to grow, sometimes even for years. We have videos that are like 10 years old that are still continuing to generate leads on a daily basis. So a great example is Jeffrey. So Jeffrey helps men save their marriages. He built his channel from 0 subscribers, 0 audience, and 0 social media presence. He did not go viral. He didn't have a huge following. He just created these really specific searchable videos that spoke directly to the one person with the one specific problem that he wanted to reach. Within his first year, he was consistently hitting the 10K a month mark with less than 700 subscribers because he didn't need a large audience for the right people to see the content because it was so targeted. So one viewer was turning into one client. And in 4 years, that compounding expertise effect that we talked about brought his total revenue to over $10 million from YouTube. No paid advertising, completely organically with a relatively small channel, because every video he published became a permanent asset that kept working for him when he wasn't doing the work. So the math of Instagram is really addition. You post, you get a spike, it fades. You post again. The math of YouTube is multiplication. You publish, it builds, it compounds, it keeps bringing people to you. That is the evergreen machine of YouTube. That's how it works. But if you make your content in the wrong way and you treat it like Instagram and you make random content, it's not going to work in that way. But if you do it with the right strategy, it really is available to anyone who's willing to build it. So here's the good news. The videos that convert best are often the simplest ones. And I speak from 10 years of experience in doing this. I can't tell you how many people I talk to who are just waiting. They are waiting to have perfect lighting or a nice camera or a more professional setup. And in the meantime, they're grinding it out on other platforms with their phone, which is exactly the same phone that they could be using to record YouTube videos right now. I started with my phone. That's how I got started. That's how I got my first clients, speaking engagements, all the things. So here's the truth. Your viewers don't want a performance. They want a teacher. You are not trying to be an entertainer here. You are actually trying to build a business. So they want someone who understands their specific problem and can walk them through the solution. So production quality doesn't do that. Your actual expertise, your knowledge, your wisdom does. So a $20 lapel mic and natural lights from a window is gonna outperform a $5,000 equipment setup. I say that from my own experience because the value and the price tag on your equipment has diddly squat to do with the value of what you're actually saying, okay? So when you're doing this as a business owner, when you're trying to build and generate leads and clients and create a ton of value, it's about what are you saying and how much is that impacting people? It's not about how fancy it looks. And to really illustrate and hammer home this point, we started the Authority.io YouTube channel from scratch in October, okay? So not too long ago. 0 subscribers to begin with, 0 existing audience, and just a clear understanding of exactly who we wanted to reach and ultimately what they needed from us. And that is how we started and grew the channel. Today, that channel has roughly 5,000 subscribers and it's still climbing. And here's the number that actually matters most when we look at this. And when you are listening to this, here's what you need to pay attention to. We consistently generate hundreds of leads every single month from that channel. Not random traffic, not passive viewers, our most ideal clients, the exact people we want to be working with. They are finding us in browse, suggested, and search on YouTube. Then they're watching our content and they're raising their hand. We have not gone viral on that channel. We didn't run any ads. We just built specific searchable videos aimed at one person with one specific problem. And that's ultimately what converts. It's less about vanity metrics. It's more about the value you deliver and is it landing for people? And are they taking action on it? That's what you want to measure. So you want to stop waiting for the perfect setup because it's never going to happen. The iPhone in your pocket is more than enough. What you need isn't better equipment. It's better clarity on who you're talking to and what transformation you're offering to them. That clarity is worth 100 times more than any camera upgrade that you will ever do. If you eventually have so much cash flow in the door that you're like, I want a fancy camera, cool, but you don't need to start there. I certainly did not. I had a window, a webcam, and a lapel mic, and that's it. So the trade that you're actually making, and this is something you need to understand, I'm not telling you to quit other platforms by any means, but what I will say from my experience is that staying on Instagram isn't free. It does have a cost in time, in energy, and in opportunity. So when I was posting on social every day, I told myself I was being productive. I was building my brand, I was showing up, but here's what I was actually doing. I was building someone else's platform. I was creating content that Meta would use to sell ads. I was trading hours of my week and mental space more than anything for content that was going to be irrelevant in 48 hours. Like that math just doesn't math after a while. And the ROI on it was vanity metrics. Followers who weren't buying, weren't even engaging, engagement that if I did get any, it felt good, but it didn't ultimately bring in any income. Meanwhile, every hour I wasn't spending on social could have been one strategic YouTube video. That's it. one asset, one piece of content that compounds. So it's like, where do you want to redirect your time and how do you want to build your business? And I will say, being off of social media for now almost 2 years, the amount of peace that has brought me and the amount of ability to really focus and continue to hone in on my expertise and grow our business in a really healthy way is immeasurable. I wouldn't have been able to do any of the things that we did if I was constantly focusing on posting the next post on social media. So think about what it actually takes to post on a platform like Instagram. You plan the content, you film it, you edit it, you caption it, you research the hashtags, you post it, you engage with comments for the next 2 hours, so the algorithm rewards you. And then you do it again tomorrow. And honestly, after a while, it gets harder and harder. It continues this cycle that really forces you to constantly have fresh ideas all the time. And that's just not really realistic. And if you're talking about your expertise and your zone of genius, you kind of just need to hammer home the same points over and over and over again. And that's much easier to do with 32 to 50 videos a year on YouTube, which is what we managed to do. That's doable. Now imagine you took that same energy that you put into a platform like Instagram or any other social media platform, you put it into one video a week. So that one video answers a real question that your ideal viewer is already searching and actually cares enough to watch. One video that stays indexed and searchable, and one video that builds on the last one. So Jeffrey's results didn't come from volume. They came from a clear strategy. One platform, one viewer, one clear offer. A path to go from, I found you, you helped me, now I want to work with you. So that trade is really simple. You can keep renting attention on social media, or you can start owning it by leveraging a platform like YouTube to build your business on autopilot when you're not even working. So the first keeps you on that hamster wheel. The second one builds what we call a flywheel of momentum. And once the flywheel is moving, it gets easier to sustain over time, not harder. So if you came to this video wondering if one YouTube video could really beat 100 Instagram posts, I hope by now the answer is obvious to you. It's really not even close. It's why I make significantly less content on a platform like YouTube than I ever did on a platform like Instagram. It requires less thought, to be honest. It requires less stress. Requires less time on my phone, which is always a win-win-win. So Instagram gives you a moment, YouTube gives you a machine. And the people that are winning in this space, like Jeffrey, 10 million in 4 years, Helson, 800,000 working 20 hours a week, Brandon has grown to $4 million each year. Those people, they're not doing anything super magical, which I know is hard to understand. They're just building on the right platform for the right viewer with the right strategy. And that strategy is something that you can actually start today. So be sure to grab the Monetize from Day One playbook below by commenting monetize, or click the link in the description. It is free. It's the first step. It's going to break all of this down into really tangible action steps for you. And then I would love to know what your biggest takeaway from this video is. We love your comments. It is our love language. And then from there, watch this video next. It's called Social Media is Over, and here's what's going to grow your business. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.